Day 6, Tuesday. Raining again. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Oh, what stairs? Those stairs? These stairs, or... Yeah, those are the only stairs where you can actually go left. And then left again. Or here. Up the stairs. Then left. Left again. What if it's this one? These ones. Left, then left again. Second to the right is where I spend its night. So that looks like this one. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ooh. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. So it's St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy, plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen the sound. They can even be turned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. So like loops. I recently had something that dampened the sound. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Yeah, that's the one. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Barton Potter? You must be a thaumaturgist's apprentice. Oh, you know me. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Elva stone. How about it? Here. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as praxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. So they look Selenic. Like this one? Oh, this one has an ethereal quality to it. Nothing to remark. Planetary metal. Silver. Silver is the moon. I mean, if we look at symbology, planetary metals, it's gold for the sun and silver for the moon. I think it's this one. The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the Selenic, and the metal silver. And he gave us something. That's nice. Really nice. Hello, Verona. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. That fisherman they found yesterday had been out at Wyatt Back, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to what part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Yeah, such trust in humanity. Yeah. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a band that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a cozy purifier and that this is the place to get one. Classic purifier. A small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. We're looking something with vinegar or that other. Oh, vinegar. A cross. That one has a cross. And I think it has, yeah, the rattling sound. Something is inside the bottle. The label bears a symbol for vinegar. Closer inspection reveals that there is a small object rattling inside. Alright. One more happy customer. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built strange antiquities? It's a very old, perhaps the oldest building in Antomia according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the planes below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you can make of it. Those planes? Alcove key, horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not easy to decipher. Alright, so horn shackle, an evocant, and moon something. Moon something. Selenic totem? Alright. Ho ho ho. That's a lot of stuff. These are for here. And those thingies. Okay, so that's it. Jim Wolf. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. So, hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds, while generally used by the hard of hearing. They are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Alright, so the only thing we have here is a bat, so let's see. It's iron, has a black gemstone. It's cool. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. And what about the black gemstone? A black volcanic glass, stone of fire and fury. Oh, I don't understand that, but... Oh. Wait, it was striped. It's this, an onyx, a stone of night and darkness. Some who fear it and some who are seduced. Alright. The shape of a bat and hearing. And that concludes the day. Maybe we can fix this table. I'm sure there's a pattern here. Oh, here it is. It repeats here. So this one goes after this. No. Ah, here. And what about it's after that for like, yeah, here. This one goes here, and we're still missing one. Come on. Let's see who we met up till today. So, Verona Green, the occult scholar. Verona has been a constant under me for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Adarmir away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Walking Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. So, the Selenic Flame, is that another? The Walking Dendru is what happened in a strange horticulture. Is the Selenic Flame something else? Maybe another game? So the artist Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyes had deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she's just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in the world. Painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination and her kindness or her love of life. When she learned of strange antiquities and that it might hold her way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Ah, yeah, Francesca. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly, tragically, in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able to be or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult melodies and dark articles. She learned about Tormus paralysis, Hopsphere, and Sapphicas, and she learned that these maladies could be cured. She is the doctor. The relic hunter, Barton Porter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Porter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. The priest, Odrubel. Followers of the warrior god Holger are not easy to come by, but they make up for the low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between cleric and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about banning or kickstands. Oh, sorry. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little say about its substance. The librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections of the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. And that's almost all of them, only one remains. We can end the day now, little Jupiter. End of day 6. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. What is like the One Ring? The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees.